Towers is a mining community located in northwest Queensland. We're about 130 kilometres west of Townsville through to the western line of Mount Isa. We have a large area base of primarily Indigenous people. They fluctuate between Charters Towers through to Mount Isa and back. We cover a large area we've got beef industry, we've got a lot of schools here, boarding schools, we have 3 of those, a large mining base. So our population is really transient at any one time. It's a really good town, lots to do, lots of sport, and the local community are usually really great people, and we like to pride ourselves on running a really good club.
I've grown up here all my life here in Charters Towers. I'm supported the club, and I think for a small town like this, I think rugby league in this town is pretty strong.
Our club is the oldest club in the Tidaronga district, actually. I think we were born in 1918, I think this club was established. Originally they were known as the Charters Towers Tigers. Through the years, they've always changed their names now. I think the late 60s and early 70s they were still Tigers, but the early 80s they changed their names. We only played reserve grade up until the early 80s, until the initiation of the A grade into the Tidaronga comp, and they become Charters Towers Miners since then.
Most of us start out in different ways. A lot of us start out as kids. I personally started out at the age of 16 when I found that football playing, I was getting hurt a lot, and so I took on refereeing as a different challenge to be on the field and to enjoy the game of football as well as I could.
The name of this oval is Bill Lewis Oval. It was named after one of our life members who used to be a player here and has done a large amount of work for the club, and has a long line of sons that used to play for Charters Towers Miners.
We've got 3 teams, 19s, reserves and A grade. Usually it varies between 70 to 100 players we sign on the books, depending on the work that these boys do with shift work and that, which is hard to get them every week to week. So the more we sign on, the better for us, so we can, line up each week who we got and who we haven't got. If they can't make it, they got to do shift work, well and good. They've got to make a living somehow. They do 12-hour shifts. There's mines here, they fly in and out. We've got our own mines here, gold mine, Pajingo's one of them, City Gold's another, Gagara, which is a copper mine, which is about an hour and a half from here. They boys usually fly in, fly out from Cannington, Osborne, which is out west of Mount Isa. And they do sort of a 7-on, 7-off roster, or an 8-6 roster, or a 9-5 roster. And that's how we judge which players we get each week and who we haven't got each week. So it's a battle, but we get there.
I use a dirty word to my players, and it's called training, and it's a very hard thing to get them to do. If they can do that, I think we'll be pretty competitive this year. I've got several players in the mines, which helps, which I see them probably once a fortnight, which is a hard thing, and I have several players that come from Townsville, which is another hard thing to get them up here to train, and their work commitments also.
We got a lot of sponsorship from town. Our major sponsor here is Dave Moore. He owns the Enterprise Hotel. He's our club sponsor and our major sponsor. We've got Mitre 10, our reserve grade sponsor. Michael Collins is our pharmacist here. He's our 19s. We've got Tropic Fuel, which donate fuel each week for the boys from Townsville to travel backwards and forwards. We give them a $30 voucher, and save when they come up for training and even for game day or whatever. So we help that way. With the jersey sponsors, we've got 17 of them. Local sponsors, there's a couple from Townsville. They sponsor $880 a season, which in turn we give out to the players, the A-grade side, whether it might be $80 to $100 a win bonus, and that's all about. And they get free advertising and all their signs on the ground and all that sort of stuff. So no, look, we're struggling, but we'll make ends meet.